So this lesson is about subject pronouns in French. Remember that a subject pronoun replaces the subject of a sentence, which could be a name or a noun, and they start off the sentence. And in French, the subject pronouns are je, tu, il, elle. Please copy this chart exactly the way I'm writing it, so that you have this column here, and then across from, leaving a space, because we're going to define them in a minute, right across from je, please write nous. Across from tu, vous. Il with an S, il pluriel. And across from elle avec S, elle pluriel. You will hear me say elle pluriel because you do not pronounce the S on these ever. So in order to, when I talk about these pronouns in class, I refer to il and elle pluriel as that instead of il and elle. So let's talk about what they mean, because you know what many of these mean, probably most of them. In English, you can put an equal sign there because that means this is what it means. This is not a conjugation chart, this is a subject pronoun chart with definitions. So what does je mean in English? Just say it. I, right. And what does tu mean? You. So you may be remembering, je suis américaine, tu es américain, tu es français. That's when you've used these words before. And then, what does il mean? It means he. And I'm glad you mentioned that instead, not him. I'm glad you said him, because that is not a subject pronoun, and you would never start a sentence with him. You wouldn't say him is good. You would say he is good, maybe. So these are subject pronouns. They're the beginning of a sentence. And in English, you is the same as a non-subject pronoun. Anyway, what does elle mean? She. And as you probably remember, that il and elle can also mean it. If you're talking about something like un sandwich, or une omelette, you might be using these to mean it, but for the reasons of learning these right now, we're just going to be defining them as he and she. So, do you guys know what new, well, first of all, let's go to this one. You probably know what this one means. Some of you might remember. What does vous mean? It means the same thing as tu, and it means, in English, it means you, or y'all. In English, or you guys. In English, we do not have a plural form for the word you. This can be plural or formal, but it means the same thing as this. And these are the only ones you've learned so far. So can you guess what nous means? It means we. And can you guess what these two mean? They mean the same thing. They. These are arranged this way for a reason. That's why I asked you to copy it this way. Going across, these are first person. They include yourself. We'll get to this. I'll repeat this again when we talk about conjugation. These are first person. This is second person. It's the person you're talking to, like you. And these are third person, someone else out there that doesn't include yourself. This column is singular. This column is plural. So I'm going to write that under here, because I had a student once, when I started teaching, I assumed things that I know are not true now. And one is that not everyone knows what plural means. And if you don't know what it means, it doesn't mean you're stupid. It just means you haven't learned what it means yet. I had a student who took 3 years of French, and finally in the third year of French, she was in third year French, an advanced class, she asked me, Madame, what does plural mean? You use that word a lot. And that was how I learned that even kids who are really advanced and in languages didn't necessarily know what plural means. Plural means more than one. So these are all more than one. This is one person. Okay? So that's the end of that 5-minute plus lesson.